Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a principle that can guide you through the complexities and challenges of life. Think like a lion. When we look at a lion, we don't just see a majestic creature roaming the savannah. We see a symbol of raw power, confidence, and purpose. But these aren't just traits of a wild animal. They are qualities that you as a human being can embody to take control of your life and unlock your highest potential. Embracing your potential is one of the most fundamental steps in living a fulfilling life. Just like the lion, which is born with the innate potential to become the apex predator of the savannah, every human has within them the capacity to achieve greatness. The question, however, is not whether we have the potential, but whether we choose to recognize and activate it. Many of us grow up in environments where external factors shape how we see ourselves. We are taught to conform, to fit into predefined molds, and to measure our worth against external standards. This can lead us to forget our intrinsic power, the unique potential that lies within us, waiting to be unlocked. However, much like the lion's instincts to hunt and protect, we too have abilities that are hardwired into us. We all possess the strength to overcome adversity, the intelligence to solve problems, and the resilience to persist through life's challenges. The issue lies in our willingness to embrace these qualities fully rather than letting fear or doubt hold us back. When we talk about embracing our potential, it is not simply about aiming for success in the traditional sense, wealth, fame, or recognition. It's about tapping into the deeper, more personal potential that allows us to become the best versions of ourselves. This means accepting that growth requires discipline, patience, and consistent effort. The lion does not become the king of the jungle overnight. It must grow, develop, and learn to survive and thrive in a challenging world. Similarly, we must be prepared to work tirelessly to hone our skills, learn from our failures, and push through the difficult moments that test our will. Embracing your potential involves recognizing that you have the ability to define your own path. A lion doesn't follow the herd, it creates its own destiny, choosing where it roams, how it hunts, and when it rests. Likewise, we must avoid the trap of simply following the crowd, of letting societal expectations or the opinions of others dictate what we can or cannot achieve. Instead, we must trust in our ability to carve our own path, to make decisions that align with our true desires and values. This process requires a deep sense of self-awareness and the courage to stand firm in your convictions, even when it seems easier to conform. The lion's approach to life is one of undeterred focus. It is fully aware of its potential and doesn't waste energy doubting itself. In the same way, you must adopt a mindset that does not entertain thoughts of inadequacy or impossibility. Every setback should be seen as a lesson, a stepping stone towards greater wisdom and strength. You are capable of more than you think. But this requires a shift in perspective, understanding that your potential is not defined by your past mistakes, limitations, or the opinions of others. It is something that grows with every challenge you face, every effort you make, and every risk you take. Embracing your potential is not just about acknowledging that you can do great things. It's about recognizing that the strength, intelligence, and resilience you need to succeed have always been within you. It's about having the confidence to step forward, to seize the opportunities that come your way, and to face the inevitable challenges with the unshakable belief that you are fully capable of overcoming them. Like the lion, you must not only recognize your power, but actively choose to live it out each and every day. Mastering your territory is a crucial aspect of taking control of your life and unlocking your fullest potential. Just as a lion claims its domain, establishing a space where it feels secure, respected, and in control, you too must take ownership of your life and the environment around you. This concept goes beyond physical space. It involves mastering the various aspects of your life, from your personal environment and relationships to your thoughts, actions, and career. The lion's territory is carefully chosen and fiercely defended. It doesn't simply roam aimlessly, nor does it allow others to dictate where it can go or how it can live. This reflects a deep understanding of self-worth and the power that comes with taking responsibility for one's own existence. Similarly, mastering your own life requires an intentional approach to the way you live. It means taking responsibility for the choices you make, acknowledging that your actions have consequences, and understanding that your life, like the lion's territory, is yours to command. This doesn't mean that life won't present obstacles or that everything will be under your control, but it means you have the power to determine how you react, where you invest your energy, and what your focus will be. One of the first steps in mastering your territory is to develop a strong sense of self-discipline. A lion doesn't allow distractions to deter it from its mission. It is focused, strategic, and deliberate. The lion understands that it must maintain its strength, its hunting skills, and its health in order to protect its domain and ensure survival. In the same way, you must cultivate the discipline to invest in yourself, whether that's through physical exercise, mental development, or emotional growth. Mastery comes from consistent, focused effort over time. Without this commitment, your territory remains untamed and vulnerable. Another key element of mastering your territory involves taking control of your environment. The lion doesn't allow other animals to overtake its space without resistance. It protects what is rightfully its own. Likewise, you must be proactive in creating an environment where you can thrive. This means surrounding yourself with people who challenge you to grow and remove those who bring negativity or undermine your progress. It also means creating a physical environment that promotes your well-being, from maintaining a tidy and organized space to designing a daily routine that supports your goals. By taking ownership of these aspects, you ensure that your surroundings do not hinder your growth, but rather propel you toward your potential. Mastery also extends to your inner world. The lion's strength comes not just from physical power, but from its ability to maintain mental clarity, emotional stability, and unwavering focus. As humans, we too must master our inner thoughts and emotions. Negative thoughts, doubts, and fears are often the greatest barriers to success, and like the lion, we must confront these challenges head-on. This means taking the time to work on your mindset, adopting a positive outlook, and practicing self-awareness. By managing your thoughts and emotions, you gain control over your reactions and ultimately your life. Mastering your territory involves the responsibility to protect it. A lion doesn't just claim its space, it ensures that it remains secure. Similarly, when you begin to master your life, you must defend it from distractions, negative influences, and external pressures. This may mean making tough choices or setting boundaries with people who do not respect your path. The lion knows that its territory is precious, and it will not allow it to be taken for granted. In the same way, you must guard your energy, your time, and your focus, recognizing that these are the most valuable assets you have. Mastering your territory is about taking full responsibility for your life, from your environment to your inner world. It is about creating a space where you can thrive, free from distractions or external interference, and protecting that space with the same focus and dedication that the lion shows in defending its domain. By mastering your territory, you not only ensure your own success, but also develop the strength and resilience necessary to face whatever challenges may arise. When grounded in true competence, is a force that can move mountains, yet it must always be tempered with humility. A lion, in its majestic presence, does not need to announce its power to the world. Its strength, its ability to lead, and its prowess are clear to those around it without a single roar. It exudes an innate confidence, and this confidence is rooted not in arrogance or an inflated sense of self, but in its mastery of its environment and its natural abilities. In the same way, true confidence in human beings comes not from boasting or seeking constant validation, but from a deep understanding of one's capabilities and the results they produce. Confidence is not about pretending to know everything or about always projecting an image of perfection. It's about knowing your strengths and weaknesses, acknowledging where you excel and where you have room to grow, and confidently facing the world armed with that knowledge. Just as the lion doesn't waste energy in unnecessary displays of force, you must channel your energy into the areas where you can make the most impact. This allows you to move through the world with a quiet assurance that others will naturally respect, because it is rooted in the reality of your competence rather than the illusion of superiority. On the other hand, is equally important because it serves as the counterbalance to confidence. A lion does not demand respect, it earns it. This is the essence of humility, understanding that while you may be capable, there is always room for learning growth. True strength is not in proclaiming yourself the best, but in acknowledging that you are a work in progress. Humility allows you to remain open to feedback, to learn from mistakes, and to grow from experiences without becoming too attached to your ego. It is through this humility that true leaders earn the trust and respect of those around them, as they do not project an image of infallibility, but one of continuous improvement and personal growth. This balance of confidence and humility enables you to navigate life in a way that others find inspiring. When you display confidence, people are drawn to you, not because you seek attention, but because they see a person who is grounded in their abilities. They see someone who faces challenges without fear, someone who rises to the occasion when called upon. But when you balance this confidence with humility, people are also encouraged to join you in the journey, knowing that they are not expected to be perfect, but rather to contribute and grow together. This is a subtle yet powerful dynamic that can make you an exceptional leader, someone who leads not through domination, but through mutual respect and understanding. Humility also ensures that your confidence does not turn into arrogance. Arrogance comes from a place of insecurity and need to prove something to others. Confidence, on the other hand, comes from a place of self-assuredness and quiet certainty. The lion does not need to roar to assert its dominance. Its very presence commands respect. Similarly, you must learn to project a quiet strength that is not dependent on external validation or approval. You must become the kind of person who is trusted, admired, and respected not because you seek these things, but because you live them every day through your actions and your integrity. There will be moments when you need to step forward with bold confidence, and there will be times when you need to step back and learn from those around you. Just as the lion knows when to take action and when to rest, so too must you understand when to assert yourself and when to listen, learn, and grow. The key to success lies not in overestimating your own importance, but in understanding that your value comes not from how loudly you proclaim it, but from the quiet assurance with which you live it every day. By striking this balance, you will cultivate the kind of confidence that is both powerful and sustainable, enabling you to lead others with wisdom, strength, and humility. A lion is not a creature that shies away from confrontation. It faces danger head-on, with unshakable courage and composure, ready to fight for survival. In life, we too are faced with challenges, obstacles, and difficulties that often seem insurmountable. The lion's approach teaches us an invaluable lesson. Growth and progress do not come from avoiding adversity, but from confronting it directly and learning from the process. It is through overcoming these challenges that we grow stronger, wiser, and more capable. The natural instinct in the face of fear or difficulty is to retreat, to find an easier path, or to ignore the problem altogether. However, true success comes not from avoidance, but from engaging with the very obstacles that appear before us. Just as the lion must face its prey or predators to survive, we too must face the issues in our lives, whether they be personal, professional, or emotional. Each challenge is an opportunity to test our limits, to build resilience, and to sharpen our problem-solving skills. This process requires courage, not the absence of fear, but the ability to act in spite of it. Courage is not about being fearless, but about acknowledging your fear and moving forward anyway. The lion, when it roars or pounces, does so not because it is unafraid, but because it understands that it must act decisively if it is to survive. Similarly, we must approach our challenges with a mindset that we can overcome them, even if they intimidate us. Embracing discomfort and stepping into the unknown allows us to expand our capabilities and grow beyond what we once thought possible. Facing challenges also means accepting that failure is a part of the process. Just as not every hunt is successful for the lion, not every attempt or effort we make will yield immediate results. Failure, however, should not be seen as an endpoint, but rather as a valuable lesson, a stepping stone on the path to eventual success. Each misstep provides an opportunity to learn, to recalibrate, and to improve. The lion does not stop hunting after a failed attempt. It learns from it and tries again with renewed focus. In the same way, we must view failure as a temporary setback rather than a permanent state, knowing that every challenge we encounter is a lesson in disguise. In addition to building resilience, confronting challenges head-on teaches us the value of strategic thinking. Lions are not mindless brutes, they are intelligent hunters, assessing their environment, learning from their experiences, and adapting their strategies accordingly. In the same vein, we must develop the ability to think critically and strategically in the face of challenges. This involves being patient, analyzing the situation, and making calculated decisions rather than acting out of impulse or desperation. Confronting challenges is not about brute force, it is about finding solutions and adapting when things don't go according to plan. By embracing confrontation, we ultimately become better versions of ourselves. We learn to manage fear, build mental toughness, and cultivate a mindset that thrives in the face of adversity. The lion's courage, intelligence, and ability to face danger head-on serve as a powerful reminder that true growth only happens when we step outside our comfort zone and tackle the difficulties before us. Life will not always be easy, and obstacles are inevitable. But it is in these moments of struggle that we forge our strongest selves. The key is not to avoid difficulty, but to embrace it, knowing that every challenge faced and overcome brings us one step closer to becoming the person we are capable of being. The lion's strength does not exist in isolation. It thrives within a pride where each member plays a crucial role in the survival and success of the whole. This collective effort highlights a critical truth about human existence. We are social beings, and our success is deeply intertwined with the relationships and networks we build. A lion may be an apex predator, but it knows that it cannot survive or reach its full potential without the support and cooperation of others. Similarly, we must understand that no person achieves greatness alone. We need a network of relationships that not only supports us, but also challenges us to be better. Building a strong social structure begins with surrounding yourself with people who share your values, goals, and aspirations. The lion's pride works together to hunt, defend their territory, and care for the young. In the same way, you must cultivate relationships that are mutually beneficial, where there is a sense of trust, respect, and shared purpose. These relationships create a foundation of support that allows you to take risks, face challenges, and push beyond your limits. Without such support, the journey toward success becomes much more difficult, as isolation and loneliness can erode your resolve. Just as the lion must sometimes defend its pride from external threats, so too must you protect your inner circle. Not everyone you meet will have your best interests at heart, and some may seek to undermine your progress or distract you from your goals. Building a strong social structure means not only creating meaningful, supportive relationships, but also knowing when to set boundaries. The lion does not let intruders disturb its pride, and you must likewise be protective of the relationships that matter most. This means distancing yourself from toxic influences, negative people, or those who would seek to diminish your growth. Protecting your social structure requires discernment and the wisdom to know who should be allowed into your circle. Another key element of building a strong social structure is understanding the importance of collaboration and teamwork. The lion's pride succeeds because its members complement each other, each playing a distinct role that contributes to the collective well-being. As humans, we too must recognize the value of cooperation. No one is good at everything, and success often comes from leveraging the strengths of others to fill in the gaps where we are lacking. Whether in the workplace, in personal relationships, or in any collaborative effort, recognizing the skills, talents, and perspectives of others enhances the overall outcome. The lion knows when to hunt alone and when to work with the pride. And we must similarly know when to seek help, delegate, or collaborate to achieve our shared goals. In addition to these practical benefits, a strong social structure also provides a sense of belonging and security. Just as the lion knows it is not alone in its endeavors, we too can find comfort and motivation in knowing that we are part of something larger than ourselves. Our connections with others provide emotional support, shared experiences, and a sense of purpose that can help us endure through tough times. The pride is a source of protection, encouragement, and reinforcement, and in the same way, a supportive social network can provide the strength we need to navigate life's challenges. The lion's pride operates with a sense of loyalty and commitment. Members of the pride are bound by a shared responsibility to each other's well-being. This loyalty is not about blind allegiance, but about mutual respect and a commitment to one another's success. When you build a strong social structure, you are not only seeking support, but also offering it in return. This mutual exchange is the bedrock of lasting, meaningful relationships. It's about being there for others when they need you, just as they will be there for you when you need them. The strength of your social structure lies in the reciprocity of care, trust, and loyalty that you invest in it. Building a strong social structure is not simply about accumulating connections, but about cultivating deep, meaningful relationships with people who share your values, support your goals, and challenge you to grow. Just as the lion thrives within its pride, you too must thrive within a network of relationships that provide security, strength, and guidance. When you create and protect these relationships, they become an invaluable source of support as you pursue your own path to greatness. The lion's fearlessness is not an absence of concern, but rather an acknowledgement that fear is a natural part of existence, one that must be confronted rather than avoided. This is a fundamental lesson for us as human beings. Fear, while unavoidable, does not have to control us. Instead of letting fear limit us or define our actions, we must learn how to engage with it and use it as a source of strength. The lion does not shrink back from danger or uncertainty. It faces each challenge with the knowledge that fear is a part of life's cycle, but it does not determine the course of action. In much the same way, we must cultivate the ability to confront our fears, harness their energy, and take decisive action despite the discomfort they may bring. The first step in overcoming fear is understanding that it is a natural, universal emotion. Everyone feels fear, from the most seasoned warrior to the novice. Fear arises when we step outside our comfort zones, when we face the unknown, or when we take risks. The lion feels fear when faced with formidable adversaries or unfamiliar territory, but it does not let that fear dictate its response. Instead, it draws on its instincts, its training, and its resilience. In the same way, we must acknowledge our fears and then make a conscious choice to move forward in spite of them. It is not the absence of fear that makes someone brave, but the willingness to act despite it. Facing fear head-on requires a mindset shift. We must stop viewing fear as something to be avoided or suppressed, and instead begin to see it as a signal, a cue that we are on the brink of growth. Just as the lion knows that its territory must be defended, we must understand that our own growth and success often lie just beyond our comfort zone. Every time we face a fear, we expand our boundaries and increase our capacity to deal with future challenges. Fear, therefore, becomes a tool for growth, a reminder that we are pushing ourselves beyond the limits of what we thought was possible. Another aspect of overcoming fear involves building resilience. Fear can be paralyzing, but resilience allows us to push through and keep moving forward even when we are afraid. The lion doesn't hesitate to fight when it needs to. It trusts in its own strength and skills. Similarly, we must develop the inner strength to keep going even when fear clouds our vision or fills us with doubt. This resilience comes from preparation, practice, and a deep trust in ourselves. As we continue to face challenges, we grow more accustomed to fear, learning that it does not have the power to stop us unless we allow it to. To confront fear effectively, we must also learn to embrace discomfort. The lion does not hesitate when it senses the presence of danger or the need to fight. It accepts that the discomfort of confrontation is part of the process. Similarly, we must learn that growth comes from discomfort, and the most significant progress often happens when we feel the most vulnerable. Stepping into uncomfortable situations, whether it's public speaking, taking a professional risk, or confronting personal challenges, forces us to grow, adapt, and evolve. It is in these moments of discomfort that we truly discover the extent of our potential. Confronting fear requires clarity of purpose. The lion is clear about what it needs to do: hunt for food, protect its pride, and ensure its survival. This clarity of purpose allows it to act decisively without being paralyzed by fear. In our own lives, clarity of purpose helps us overcome fear by giving us direction and motivation. When we know why we are doing something, when we understand the value of the goal we are pursuing, fear becomes a secondary consideration. It does not disappear, but it no longer has the power to stop us. It becomes simply another part of the process, one that we acknowledge and move through as we continue on our path toward achieving our purpose. Fear is not something to be feared or avoided. It is something to be faced with courage, resilience, and a clear sense of purpose. Just as the lion embraces its fears and uses them to fuel its strength, we too must learn to confront the fears that hold us back. By facing fear head-on, we break through the barriers that limit our growth and expand our potential, ultimately becoming stronger, more confident individuals capable of achieving great things. In conclusion, to think like a lion is to embrace a mindset of strength, courage, and resilience. It's about mastering your territory, taking responsibility for your life and environment, and recognizing that true growth comes not from avoiding challenges, but from confronting them head-on. It's about cultivating a quiet confidence rooted in competence, while also balancing that with humility and the wisdom to learn from every experience. The lion's strength is not just physical. It lies in its ability to navigate the world with focus, precision, and an unwavering commitment to its goals. Similarly, we too must build our own strength through discipline, strategic thinking, and the development of deep, meaningful relationships that support our growth. Like the lion, we must be willing to face our fears, not as obstacles to our progress, but as signals of the potential for growth that lies beyond them. Fear does not have to control us. It can be harnessed as a powerful force that propels us toward success. And just as the lion's pride thrives through collaboration and mutual respect, we must build strong social structures that uplift and challenge us, recognizing that our greatest achievements are often the result of working together, supporting each other, and protecting what is most important. Thinking like a lion is about taking charge of your life, moving through the world with confidence, and embracing the challenges that come your way. It's about developing the inner strength to stand tall in the face of adversity, and knowing that every struggle is an opportunity to grow. By adopting the mindset of the lion, we can unlock our fullest potential, overcome any obstacles in our path, and live a life of purpose, strength, and impact. The lion does not wait for opportunities, it creates them. And so should we.